So the vendor, after they saw the videos, they just refunded me instead of like insisting that I should send it back. But they continue to refuse to admit that they sent the wrong part, which is that's the thing that I have an issue with. The fact that they're lying about this. That's my problem. That's where I have a problem. It's not about the money. It's not about the fact that there was a mistake made. It's about the fact that they refuse to admit that they made a mistake. Right? I have never done this before. I have never had an issue like this before with eBay. I buy shit off of eBay a lot. Right? There's been times where the wrong part was sent. It happens. I get it. We can deal with that real easily, right? I've sent stuff back, gotten refunds. Things happen, okay? Here, those aren't the problem. Those issues aren't the problem. The problem is much deeper. The problem is that I'm dealing with a vendor who is a liar. That is the problem, right? And they are so pathological in it that they are just incapable of admitting that they made a mistake. Just utterly incapable of accepting that that's what happened, that they sent me the wrong part. I don't want to deal with somebody like that. Right? That's not a normal person. That's not a healthy person that I want to interact with. That's a dangerous person. Because I don't know where the limits for that shit is. Right? Like I mentioned previously, if you're willing to lie about this, if you're willing to lie and lie and lie and lie and lie in order to insist that you are perfect, where does that end? Where does that take us? And clearly there is no limit here regarding this transaction, because they finally just gave up and gave me a refund without getting the part back. And they're like, their last message to me was, "Sorry for the inconvenience." And I replied, "Well, you're clearly not sorry enough to admit that you made a mistake. And that's what my problem is. So your sorry is meaningless." That's not an actual apology. Just admit that you made a mistake. Why is that so hard? Why is that so difficult? That's all I'm asking for. If you can admit that you made a mistake, I will do all of the things. I will send the part back so that you have it in your inventory again and you can resell it. That's great, because it's useless to me. I don't want this part. They're like, "Sorry for the inconvenience, you can keep it." I don't want it. It's worthless to me. It has some value to you because you had it in your inventory and it's part of what you do as a business to sell. I don't know what this part is, because it's clearly not the part that I need. It's not this part. I don't know what this is. It's not this. It's something else. Like, why is this such a big deal to admit that you made a mistake in shipping? I've been a seller on eBay and in other I've been a seller on eBay and I have made mistakes. It's not that big a deal. It's customer service. The best thing you can do is just acknowledge that you made a mistake, admit it, offer everything you can to fix it. But here they won't even acknowledge that they made a mistake. That's a problem. That's a problem. And of course they think that I'm escalating the situation and being irrational. No, you demonstrated that you're liars. You demonstrated that you refuse to admit that you're not perfect. That's a huge problem. That is toxic as fuck. You are a dangerous person to deal with if you believe that you are infallible. And if you're willing to just continually lie and say that you never make mistakes, that is a really, really toxic situation that you're setting up. And I'm not gonna just sit by and allow that to happen. The tiny amount of leverage that existed in this situation on my side, I used it all. Because that is some bullshit. Whatever. The fact that they just can't comprehend what the problem is, that's it. All I want you to do is say, oh, we sent you the wrong part. And then I'm good. The fact that it's literally that simple and they can't do it, that should raise alarm bells, right? That is a huge red flag. These are not people you want to deal with. Because what the fuck? That is such a simple thing to do. Like, oh, I'm sorry, we shipped the wrong part to you. Yeah, we'll take care of it. Send it back, whatever. How hard is that? How hard is that? That's not hard at all. What in the world is going on? This is beyond just a cultural thing.